Hello, everybody. This is Advocate Lucinda, your empowerment lawyer. For those of you who are suing or who have sued, you can attest to the fact that litigation is challenging, isn't it? It's even difficult. But many of you can also attest to the fact that it is doable because many of you are doing it. You are successful. But today I want to talk about something that is taboo, and that is happening in litigation. It's shaming, pro se shaming. And I know it's happening because many of you have told me. I know it's real. And having a defense counsel to shame you even makes litigation more difficult. Defense counsel shaming a pro se litigant or a litigant is not cool. In fact, it is beyond the dignity of our office. But this video today is to encourage the pro se litigant and give you some pointers on how you can shut down shaming. So let's get started.
Yes, it is your right to sue. You have just as much right to sue as the plaintiff that is represented by an attorney. Know your case. Oh my.
Knowing the facts in your case and the law gives you credence. Listen, defendant does not know your facts like you do. That's critical. So you need to be sure to be the narrator of your facts. Defendant knows the law, and the defendant is betting on it that you do not know the law. But you need to understand the significance of going into this lawsuit knowing the facts and the law. Are you with me? It's critical.
I often mention mirroring. Make it easy on yourself. Simply mirror. Remember to preserve a calm soul amid difficulties. Listen, litigation is difficult, as I said earlier. But if you can just remain calm, for example, you will find that defendant might threaten you. For example, I've had individuals to say the defendant threatened to file this, defendant threatened to file that. Well, has the defendant actually filed it? I ask. It's just a threat. If defendant makes a threat, it's just a threat unless the threat calls for a response. Part of the shaming, the shame game. Don't fall for it. Don't be timid. File motions and file them liberally. What I mean by that, if defendant, for example, doesn't respond to your complaint, file a motion for default. If the defendant does not respond to discovery, file a motion to compel after having made a good faith effort to resolve the dispute. Learn the various motions that are available. They are there to help you, just as they are there to help the defendant. You have every right to file motions to make your case. Be liberal, but be foundational. Read your local rules regarding motions, okay? Go on the offense.
I don't know much about football, but I do know that the team that has the ball is on a fence. And the team has an opportunity to move the football down so many yards. What am I saying? You need to go on the offense. And one of the most effective ways to go on offense in litigation is to conduct discovery. You cannot afford not to conduct discovery. And I've said this a number of times. And I would even go further and say, when you conduct discovery, do it on day one. Propound discovery upon the defendant's day one. Let them know that you are being assertive. Let them know that you are asserting your rights and you're not intimidated by their shaming or their tactics. And listen, this is not an indictment on defense attorneys. It's just what's happening. And not all defense attorneys are like that, but some are. So this is to help you as a litigant to get respect from the defense and even the court. Unfortunately, I have to say that, because the court sometimes discredits and shames pro se litigants. It's just a fact. And some of you can attest to that. Go on the offense with respect, but go on the offense.
And listen, you got to take care of you.
Is a must. I understand that litigation is important to you, but the most important thing is to take care of your mental health. I've heard from so many of you who are going through a tremendous amount of stress as a result of the litigation. And some are even going through depression, where individuals have discontinued litigating. I'm so sorry that that had to happen to you. But if you can somehow manage your stress, continuing with the lawsuit, and I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber. I won't call the individual's name because they didn't give me permission to do this, but they did provide me with 2 sources that you can use to help you to deal with the stress. I will leave the link to these 2 resources at the bottom page of the video. And I want you to contact them. Don't play around with your health, because without good health, you have nothing. So do what you can. Find help. Look up these 2 resources. And I want to continue with this issue of taking care of your health, because I want to see you get the justice that you deserve. Okay? So take care of your health. Until next time, I am Advocate Lucinda. Be empowered.